Hi there, everyone. My name is Sarah Jo Buffington, and I am an elementary school counselor for the West Ada School District. I am here to share with you some information that I have found to be super helpful in my engagement and interaction with children, my own personal children, children that I have worked with in a therapeutic setting as a licensed professional counselor, and also in the educational setting as a school counselor. So hopefully this information will be helpful for you and can hopefully maybe give you a few new things to try in whatever capacity you are working with children. Like I said, I do have two of my own children. I have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. I have also worked as a licensed professional counselor out in the community utilizing child-centered play therapy, working with kiddos from age 2 to about up to 10, but I've worked with, adolescents as well. And then also I have spent the last 2 years working as an elementary school counselor, and I have absolutely loved it. And I have applied the principles that I have learned in graduate school about child-centered play therapy, and that is a type of play therapy that Dr. Gary Landreth established, and I have found super helpful, not just as a counselor working in the community with kids, but utilizing it as a parent myself. I often tell people if I never got a counseling job, never went into school counseling, anything like that, my graduate degree that I will be paying for a while will be worth all of the money that it cost. And so the tips and strategies and information I'm going to be sharing with you is going to be loosely based off of the principles of child-centered play therapy, and I have been researching and referencing information for these videos. This is the book that I reference the most. This is called Play Therapy, The Art of the Relationship, and you can see down here that it was written by Gary Landreth. For parents who are wanting to dive in a little bit deeper, this would be a great resource for you. If I remember correctly, it is kind of pricey, and it is geared towards therapists, people who are wanting to go into play therapy as a profession, but it is so helpful as a parent. And so, if that's something that you're interested in, you might be able to check it out at the library, or you can get it, online where books are sold. But this is a lot of where the information I'm going to be talking about is going to be coming from. And there are a few other books that I use a lot when I have worked with parents, when I'm currently working with parents, that I suggest, and that some of the information I'm sharing with you will be coming from. Another parenting book that I like a lot is How to Talk So Kids Will Listen and Listen So Kids Will Talk. Lots of great practical things that you can use in this book. And again, I've just been inspired by this book, and so some of the stuff I'm sure that I talk about will be from this book as well. Another book that I love is Connection Parenting. The subtitle is Parenting Through Connection Instead of Coercion, Through Love Instead of Fear. A lot of what we are going to be talking about is how to establish a positive, secure attachment with the children that we are caring for, whether that's our own children, whether we're going through the foster care process, whether we have adopted children, whether we are teachers or daycare providers or grandmas or babysitters or whatever it may be, really focusing on relationship and establishing that safe, positive, secure attachment with the child. Another great book, if you are kind of into like research and stuff like this. Now this is, it goes a lot into the science of how the brain works and development-wise and what's going on in our kids' brain, kind of understanding that aspect to help us understand our kids and why maybe they're doing the things that they're doing, and kind of showing us that kids aren't trying to be difficult. They're not trying to make our lives as parents or caretakers or teachers miserable. It all has to do with their brain and kind of what's going on with them and their development. And so this is it is a pretty easy read. It's not a difficult read, but if you want to know more like science sort of stuff, if you like research and things like that, this would be a great book for you to check out too. And you can get it at the library. And then another gal who has really influenced me as a parent and just as someone who interacts and engages with kids is L.R. Nost. And this, I haven't actually read through this yet. I just got it through a grant and I'm excited to read through this. But she has a lot of articles that I've read based on gentle parenting and things like that. And so probably a lot of stuff that I talk about you'll find in her articles and things that she has written and read. So anything by her I would recommend. But I haven't quite delved into this one yet, but I'm excited to give this one a try. But again, her name is L.R. Nost. Okay. My hope for our time together is that I will be able to give you some quick, practical things that you can try with the kids that you are engaging with. I don't want to make long, drawn out, really wordy videos. You know, we're parents. We are taking care of kids. We've got lots going on, right? And so I want to keep these videos to under 10 minutes and for you to be able to just go back and look at and listen to as you need to, as you have 10 minutes here and 10 minutes there. So feel free to reference them frequently. Feel free to kind of jump around. I'm not going to label them in any specific order. That might be some feedback that maybe you guys give me that maybe that would be helpful to have them maybe ordered in some sort of numerical fashion. But really, there's no wrong way to kind of jump in and listen, watch these videos that I do. So with that being said, I'm just going to jump in and go ahead and get started. So my goal for our time together, for the information that I share with you, is going to be to provide you with some short videos of information, of different strategies, tips, tricks, tools, things that you can use and work on and then come back to. I'm not going to do long drawn out videos because I feel like as parents we are very busy and we have limited amount of time. And so anytime we can squeeze in like 10 minutes or 15 minutes here or there, then maybe you could find another video, listen to it, and then maybe try out, the tools and strategies that are in that video. So just to give you an idea of some of the things that I am hoping to cover during my time with you is we're going to be looking at the different assumptions of child-centered parenting. There's not a whole lot out there, but if you do an internet search on it, there's some interesting stuff that you find, which is not at all what this is going to be about. We're going to go over, what child-centered parenting actually accomplishes with the children in our lives. We are going to talk about attachment and building that secure bond with the children in our lives. And then some other things is I'm going to provide specific skills on how to utilize encouragement versus praise, providing choices, returning responsibility, setting limits, ways that you can help your child feel heard. We're going to talk about reflecting feelings and helping children grow their emotional vocabulary. We're going to talk about some different ideas and things that you can do as a family or as a person working with children to build that bond and to build that secure attachment. Gosh, I'm sure other things will come along as we go as well. How to build self-esteem, how to boost confidence, things like that. So I hope that you will join me. I hope you'll check out some of these other videos and that we can learn a lot along the way, okay? So stay tuned. I'll have some more coming along.